Okay, I will meet you over towards your chairs or desks, whatever feels good today to get close to. You will probably maybe need a chair for some balance. We're going to try to do a lot of this standing and we'll end up in our chair later. I'm also going to use my desk a little bit today, but you can also use the chair as well. So let's just go ahead and begin to stand nice and tall with those feet under the hips. See if you can kind of work through the feet first as you feel grounding. You press down into the feet, lift up nice and tall through the crown of the head. And just roll those shoulders back and down. Feel that chest open as we draw our belly in a little. Tone up the legs a little bit. Keep a little soft bend in those knees. And then hands by our sides with the palms facing forward. In our very strong Tadasana mountain pose. You can even go ahead and close the eyes as we begin to just notice our breath. Probably not a lot of times this morning that you've stopped to really notice your breathing. So let's just take a moment to do that. Maybe beginning to cultivate a little bit more of a breath pattern as we begin to inhale fully and exhale fully through the nose. Taking nice deep inhales and exhales. And when you're ready, begin to maybe flutter the eyes open if they were closed. And then we're just going to take the arms and we're just going to begin to kind of allow ourselves to kind of twist just with a little momentum as we begin to kind of wake up that spine, keeping the knees soft and just allowing ourselves to kind of let those arms take us from side to side. And you can do whatever you like with that head and neck. If it feels good to kind of move it around a little bit, go for it. No rules here. Doesn't it feel great just to let your body move? Just allow it to do what it needs to do. And when you're ready, slowly coming back to center, placing those hands on your thighs. We're going to bend the knees even a little bit more. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. So I'm going to bend into the knees, and you can bend them as much as you like here. And we're just going to take some standing cat-cows. So on the inhale, we're going to begin to arch the spine, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, and maybe lift the gaze. And on the exhale, go ahead and round the spine as you drop the chin to the chest and draw the belly button in. Inhale and open the chest. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. One more time. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. And go ahead and roll yourself up nice and tall. Taking those feet a little wider now. We're just going to begin to slowly work our way down the spine. So with the hands on the thighs, we're going to start by tucking the chin to the chest, then begin to roll through the upper back as we are slowly taking it into a forward fold. Begin to work down each vertebrae. We're just taking our time, no rushing, as we work down the spine through the hips and just allowing ourselves to come into a nice, easy forward fold, as deep as you need it to be. Knees are soft. Just go ahead and see if you can kind of gently just nod the head yes and no. No tension in the neck. Maybe you can go ahead and bend the elbows and just cradle the elbows with the opposite hands. And maybe give yourself a little sway from side to side. Always coming back to that breath, seeing if you can do those full inhales and exhales through the nose. And gently coming back to center, releasing the hands, releasing the arms. And now we're going to come out of it the same way we came into it, bending the knees, slowly starting to roll it up the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Head will be the last thing to come up as we bring that chin parallel to the floor. Good. From here, let's go ahead and take our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers together as we begin to push those knuckles down towards the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades together and open the chest, maybe a little gaze up. You can stay here, or if you like, we can bring that chin to the chest and begin to roll that right ear towards the right shoulder, nice and slow. And then go ahead and begin to roll the chin gently across the chest, rolling the left ear to the left shoulder. And again, slowly rolling right ear to right shoulder. And gently back. One more time on either side. Taking our time, eliminating the rush, the urge to speed through anything here. As we bring the chin to the chest this time, and then slowly lift the chin parallel to the floor. Go ahead, release the arms, and just kind of give the arms a nice little shake out. And from here, we're going to go ahead and face our desk or our chair, whatever we want to use today. And we're going to stand back a little bit from that. We're going to take the right foot forward and step the left foot back behind us. So both feet are facing in the same direction. You might want to open your stance a little bit for some balance here. So make sure you're not walking on a tightrope, okay? Pretend you got railway tracks there. And from here, we're going to place our hands on our hips. Take a big inhale. And as we exhale, see if we can begin to push the hips back as we come into a little bit of a forward fold, but we're keeping the spine long. And then you can go ahead and reach those hands out onto the chair or the desk. You can even walk them a little bit more forward. See if you can square those hips. So really pulling that left hip forward and that right hip back as we keep just a tiny little bend in that front knee. Feeling a nice opening through the back of the right leg. Taking a deep breath in and full exhale through the nose. Go ahead and inhale as you begin to come up and put some weight onto that right leg. We're going to take that left ankle, cross it just above that right knee. Now keeping your chest up, let's go ahead and press those hips back. We're taking it into a little figure four stretch here as we begin to feel an opening through that left hip. So you're really going to feel that left hip pressing back. And you can go ahead and play with your balance here if you like. Maybe keeping that chest lifted, a gaze forward, maybe bringing the hands to heart center, to prayer hands. You can always come back to your balance here, using that support. And when you're ready, inhale as we come to stand, placing that left foot down on the floor. Go ahead and stand nice and tall. Maybe roll those shoulders back and down. And then let's go ahead, keeping that left foot forward, stepping that right foot back behind us. And with a nice tall spine, take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're folding forward over top of that left leg, pressing the hips back, keeping the spine long. And then go ahead and reach out to your chair, maybe the back of your chair, maybe your desk, kitchen counter, whatever you're using today. And just keeping that neck in line with the spine, squaring those hips. So we're really pulling that right hip forward and pressing the left hip back. Good. Take a full inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Maybe creeping those fingers just a little bit more forward so you can feel a nice opening through that upper back. And when you're ready, inhale as we come up, place some weight into that left leg. Let's take that right ankle, cross it just above that left knee, and this time lifting the chest, begin to sit the hips back. As we drop that right knee out to the side, maybe playing with the balance, find your drishti, a little gaze in front of you as you bring those hands to heart center if you're playing with it a little bit. And inhale as we come up to stand. And go ahead, standing nice and tall. Let's take a big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. And release the hands by the sides. Taking a nice big wide stance this time, toes face forward. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. Take a nice big inhale. Squeeze those elbows back behind us, and as we exhale, we're folding forward with a nice long spine. Maybe you're using your chair to rest the hands, or bringing the fingertips all the way down towards the floor or blocks. So again, inhale, come up a little higher onto your fingertips, lengthen the spine. See if you can keep that length as you forward fold with your exhale. Again, maybe a little nod with the head, yes and no, just gently, just to notice if you're holding any tension there. If you like to go ahead, you can even walk those hands out in front of you a little bit, staying on your fingertips. And maybe sinking back into the hips just a little bit as you feel almost this variation of down dog, kind of a little bit of an opening and lengthening through the back, sideways. And then slowly walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. Let's take an inhale and come up a little bit taller as we lengthen the spine and crown of the head forward. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale as we come all the way up to stand nice and slowly. Release the hands and just heel toe those feet in together. Good. And then from there, we're going to find our chairs. And we're going to come to sit nice and tall towards the front edge of our chair, bringing our feet onto the floor. So our knees are basically in line with our hips. So we want to be able to sit nice and comfortably. So we've got that nice level parallel with those knees and hips in line. We're going to bring the feet and the knees, shins together. We're just going to take a big inhale up, sweep the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to go ahead and twist to the right, bringing that right or your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, bringing your left hand behind you, maybe catching the chair, bottom of the chair. Take an inhale again as we get tall and exhale into a little bit of a twist, looking over that right shoulder. Using that inhale and exhale as we come back to the full breath through the nose. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and begin to sweep that back arm, that right arm up. And as we turn to face forward, we bring that right arm over to the left as we take a little side bend. Still using that hand against that outer thigh to give yourself a little bit of traction here. Feeling a little opening through the right side of the body. And when you're ready, begin to lower that right hand down to catch the outside of the left thigh. So the arms are crossed now. as we begin to round the upper back, drawing your chin to your chest, using the sides of the legs to kind of hold on to. As we take a little upper back opening here, we're kind of moving those shoulder blades apart as much as we can as we drop the chin towards the chest. And slowly, as we begin to come up, we lift the arms the way they are crossed, keeping that left arm under the right. We begin to tighten it up just a little bit as we come in to our eagle arms. So we begin to bring the backs of the hands together, or maybe even the extra bind with the palms, whatever feels good. And see if you can begin to just lift those elbows in line with the shoulders as you relax those shoulders away from the ears. Sitting tall, maybe even pressing those forearms just a little bit forward as you feel that opening through the upper back. Full inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and release the arms out to the sides. Just let them float down. This time, inhale again, sweep the arms all the way up. Good. And then as we exhale, let's twist to the right this time, catching the outside of that left thigh. And then taking that left arm behind us, touching onto the bottom of the chair, whatever you can to sort of anchor that back arm. Take an inhale again as you get long. Exhale as you come into your twist. Gentle seated twist. You can always keep the gaze forward if that works better for you, or add in that full spinal twist right up through the neck as we gaze over the shoulder. Keeping the eyes open or closed and tapping into the breath. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and sweep that left arm up and over to the right as we begin to take a little side body stretch. Reaching tall through those fingertips. You can even turn the gaze up towards the hand if you like. And then slowly releasing that left arm, crossing it over the right as you grab hold of the outside of the opposite thigh. And again, inhale. And as you exhale, begin to pull those shoulder blades apart as you round the upper back and drop the chin towards your chest. Feels good through that upper back. And when you're ready, begin to roll it up, bringing the arms up with you, still crossed. This time, right arm's under left. We take it a little tighter as we bring those forearms together, backs of the hands together into eagle arms, or maybe a little extra bind. See if you can lower the shoulders down, but still lift the elbows a little bit to become in line with those shoulders. Maybe a little press of those forearms forward. Finding full breath, inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, slowly unwinding the arms out to the sides. This time, take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms come together as we exhale and draw those hands down to heart center. Let's go ahead and sit ourselves back right into our chairs, back supported. Taking one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Taking an inhale, let's draw that inhale right down into the belly as we inflate the belly. And then slowly exhale, softening the belly. Let's do that for a count of 4 as we inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, feel the belly rise, feel the chest just still. Exhale as the belly slowly deflates and the chest remains the same. Release the hands to the side, to the tops of the legs. Take a big inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Fluttering the eyes open if they were closed, bringing the hands to heart center, and finishing our practice with one word, meaning the light in me acknowledges and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great rest of your day.